Hi, welcome to your astrology forecast for September 5th through September 10th, 2014. And on September 5th, Jupiter in Leo in conjuncts or quincunx Pluto in Capricorn. So, Pluto in Capricorn is having us really dig deep into ourselves to figure out what it is we want to contribute to this world, whether through a career or through our public standing in some way, our outer world, so to speak. And there could be some things coming up for us at the unconscious level, things that we need to deal with and things that we need to figure out within ourselves in order to really get that career rolling. And then Jupiter in Leo really wants to expand into the area of creativity and also learn some new things about how to be more creative and really expand through fun and through creativity. So within conjunctions, the most difficult thing is trying to become aware of one thing and trying to incorporate them. It's really difficult to bring the two energies together because they tend to be so different. So there's kind of a compartmentalization that occurs within conjunctions. So what I would suggest with this is really becoming aware of what's going on under the surface with you when it comes to your career and public standing and your status. So maybe there's a bit of feelings of inadequacy there, and so becoming aware of what area that is, in your chart as well, and kind of understanding why you're feeling this way, kind of getting to the root of that. And perhaps it is that you just need to focus a little bit more there. And after you become more aware of what's going on there, then it'll be easier to expand on your creativity. And you can even maybe use creativity in that process of transformation in your career and being able to really become more confident in your dreams, become more confident in where you want to go. And yeah, as you are creating, as you are learning new things about creativity, then you'll feel more confident in that area of life. All right, and then the moon moves into Aquarius on September 5th as well. So the moon in Aquarius really helps us to tune into our friendships and become more aware of our emotions. And we may get some sudden insights into our emotional state. And it could be through friendship that you become more aware of these things. It's also a good day to focus on your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and also to help others, to help your community, to try to help in social causes or humanitarian causes. Then Venus moves into Virgo. So Venus has been in Leo, and that's been a good time. Now we're needing to focus on some of our daily responsibilities and details, and Venus will actually help to make the workplace more easygoing, and you may even be able to make your work more beautiful in some way or more enjoyable. And even listening to music while doing your daily responsibilities or taking care of things can really help you to just enjoy the Venus thing going on. More romanticizing could occur in your work, or romantic fancy or whatever. More romantic flair can be added to your work, but you do want to watch out for getting attracted to coworkers at this time, because they could be a bit more attractive at this time. So of course you don't want to go outside of the boundaries of an appropriate relationship, I guess, at work. So anyways, September 6th, Mercury in Libra in conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So for this one, it's really about tuning into your intuition and becoming more aware of what is going on under the surface for you, as well as maybe even tuning into more spiritual frequencies so that you can maybe create something cool out of those spiritual frequencies. And then communicating what's going on intuitively for you and under the surface, and maybe even helping to contribute some of these intuitive insights in your relationships through communication. And it may be kind of difficult and it may be kind of confusing. Communication could be a little more confusing at this time, but if you kind of tune into what's going on under the surface and become more aware of that, it'll be easier to communicate that and hopefully be able to bring some of that stuff to light through those, communicative channels. All right, and on September 7th, the Sun in Virgo opposes Chiron in Pisces. So Chiron in Pisces is kind of going to be bringing up some unconscious old wounds that need to be healed, of course. And then with it opposing the Sun in Virgo is really trying to focus on your daily responsibilities and your daily life and your details of where you want to go, and trying to work out all these plans and get things going. With Chiron opposing that, it's kind of creating a bit of tension, and it's kind of hard to get that sense of vitality in order to move forward and with your plans and implement new things and focus on those details and your responsibilities, and perhaps even focusing on your health to some degree. And so there's going to be a need for balance between focusing on healing yourself and taking care of business. So it is a good idea to maybe have some restfulness within this day at some point so that you can nurture yourself and be gentle with yourself, especially if you're feeling those old wounds coming up for you. And then either maybe if you're more of a person who wants to work first and then deal with that stuff later, or if you want to deal with that stuff now and then do that stuff later, like take care of responsibilities after you feel better, or you can start working and getting stuff done. That could be a form of self-nurturing to make yourself feel better as well. So I guess it just depends on how you're feeling on that, But I do recommend you be easy on yourself on this day, and don't be too self-critical either. And definitely, just be gentle with yourself. Okay, and on this same day, the moon moves into Pisces. So there will be some unconscious emotions definitely coming up at this day. You will be more intuitive and more in tune with your dream life and the dream world, and more imaginative, and you will be more sensitive as well to other people. So definitely a good day to be very nurturing to yourself and tune into your intuitive side and your intuitive sense, and perhaps meditate on this day, or take a nice bath or something. I just feel like taking a bath is a good idea on this day. All right. On September 8th, the moon conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, and this is going to really help us tune into our dream world. Writing down some of your dreams is always a good idea, especially on this day. You'll feel very intuitive, very in tune with the universe perhaps, and really feel energetically just more sensitive to others, more in tune with other people, and maybe, because of that, you may want to tune into yourself a little more and kind of hone in on your own emotions and try to, nurture yourself, especially on this day as well. Kind of a nurture yourself day on both September 7th and 8th. And also, the moon conjuncts Chiron on the 8th. And this is going to be bringing up more of that stuff, the unconscious emotions and old wounds. And you'll really want to deal with that stuff. You want to kind of tune into that stuff. And, when you're actually feeling these things, once you kind of feel them and deal with them, on the other side of that, there is a sense of peace there. Just don't dramatize it in your own mind. Just kind of let it be, let it happen, let it go, and just go ahead and, feel it out. After you feel it out, you will feel better, and you'll feel clearer. You'll feel a sense of peace at the end of it. just make sure to breathe. Breathe out all the pain, breathe out all the stagnation, and just kind of allow it to go, out of your field, and you'll feel better afterwards. So that's one good thing about Chiron, is that it helps you tune into what needs to be healed. All right, and then the Sun in Virgo in conjunct Uranus and Aries. So this is like a very uncomfortable situation here. The Sun in Virgo wants to focus on responsibilities, and Uranus Aries wants to be free, wants to break free of the daily responsibilities, break free of the status quo, break free of everything, and just kind of be free. And so, the good thing is that Uranus and Aries can help you to break out of those boxes and build, new boxes with the Sun in Virgo. So some new ideas could come to you, new insights into yourself, new insights into how you can become more independent and how you can become more free. And you can start actually implementing those by making a new list. Clear out your old lists and make a new list that's fresh. And then you can start on those new things that seem like a really good idea. And they probably are a good idea, but you can always, refine the list later. So, yeah, and then just start focusing on the more freeing kind of responsibilities that you want to implement into your daily lives. And on September 9th, Mercury in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. So there's a little tension here. Pluto in Capricorn is, of course, trying to get us to become aware of what needs to change within our careers, and also become aware of what we can do, unearthing some of our maybe more beautiful qualities so that we can start changing our careers into more of who we are and into that deeper aspect of ourselves. While Mercury in Libra is wanting to communicate in a more of a one-on-one situation and with our partners, and there could be some tensions between our careers and our relationships, and the best way to deal with any of that tension is to communicate with our partners. Leave those communication lines open and make sure to communicate what has been perhaps hidden previously, or maybe there's some tensions about work that you're not actually communicating with your partner, and maybe they're not understanding, what those tensions are. So just being open and honest about what's going on with your career perhaps can just help clarify things, and then, the tensions will subside. All right, and also on the 9th, the moon moves into Aries. So this helps us to become more self-aware, and we can reflect upon ourselves a little more, and even maybe nurture ourselves a bit more, and also nurture our independence and our ability to move forward with things. We can start moving forward with things, and we'll feel better if we exercise on this day, because more energy will be there. So if you don't exercise or take care of the things that you really want to start, then you may feel a bit impatient or impulsive even. Try not to be too impulsive on this day. You may want to start stuff, but don't go, prematurely starting stuff, I guess. But coming up with some ideas of what you want to do next is definitely a good idea. All right, on September 10th, Venus in Virgo opposes Neptune in Pisces. So this may be shattering some illusions when it comes to our relationships. There has been maybe a sense of romanticism lately with Venus and Leo. With it moving into Virgo, there's more of a practicality involved in our relationships, and maybe, kind of going to lives as usual kind of feel in our relationships. And Neptune in Pisces has perhaps been kind of, unconsciously creating illusions, and with it in opposition, it just kind of, brings those illusions to light, and will allow for new ways of doing things and new ways of seeing your partner that are actually more on a practical level and that are more true to who they are rather than something that is, more of a fantasy. So it's not a totally bad thing, but it just may be a little less romantic than what you imagined. Okay, and also on the 10th, the moon conjuncts Uranus and Aries. So some major insights into our emotional state and who we are and into ourselves and to our higher selves even can happen on this day. And it's a really awesome idea to write down some of these insights and move forward with some of these insights as well. Especially if it feels good, like you have a really good insight that just is very enlightening, then make sure you write it down and move forward with it. All right, Mercury and Libra sextiles Jupiter and Leo also on this day. So there is a very expansive energy here. You can really learn new things when it comes to conversations, especially with a romantic partner, or even just anyone, your friends or with a partner in one-on-one situations, especially. A very philosophical conversation could occur, very creative ideas coming forward, and writing down some of these ideas, even if it's just, if you're having these ideas by yourself, writing down all these ideas or recording them in some way would be a really good idea, considering Jupiter and Leo is all about creativity and expanding through creativity. Mercury is all about communication and writing things down, and having awesome conversations is very likely, and writing some of these ideas down is just always a good idea. So anyway, it also would be good for relationships and extremely, enlightening, expansive, and you will learn a lot through conversation at this time. Okay, have an awesome week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe and comment and share it. So yeah, have an awesome week, you guys. See you later.